folks, it's Patriot Nurse again today, and in this segment I wanted to talk about, due to viewer demand, I wanted to talk about how to formulate a medical kit specifically for your car and for yourself. And I'm going to rely heavily upon what I call the zone method of preparation. So let's go ahead and I'll explain the zone method here for general preparedness. Now you see my lovely little third grade standard diagram here made out of construction paper. We have zone 1, zone 2, and zone 3 of preparedness. Now your degree of preparation, meaning the stuff that you carry on your person and the stuff that you carry in your car, those are going to depend heavily on your response time between zones. So for instance, with zone 1, this is on your person, and your response time typically is going to be immediate. If you carry stuff on your person, the response time is going to be like less than 30 seconds to get the stuff out of wherever you're holding it, whether it's your purse or your pocket of your cargo pants if you're a guy, whatever. Or if you carry a man purse or a Maxpedition pack, love those, they're fantastic. Now zone 2 here is going to be what's in your car, and typically this is just based on me. I am very rarely more than 5 to 10 minutes away from my car, just because of my everyday life and my work situation, etc. And for down here in zone 3, I put the response time here as a question mark because I don't know what your response time is from your car to your home, but for me it's typically no more than 30 minutes. So I don't have to put too much stuff in my car because my response time to my house is less than 30 minutes, and my response time to a pharmacy or to a hospital is typically even shorter. So let's talk about zone 1 here and what you carry on your person. But before I go any further into what to carry on your person, if your response time from zone 1 to zone 2 is more than about 5 to 10 minutes to your car, you're going to need to beef up zone 1. Also, if your response time from your car to your home is more than about 30 minutes or so, you're probably going to need to beef up your zone 2's stash. So that being said, let's go ahead. Now with zone 1, this is the type of stuff that you're going to carry on your person if you're a girl in your purse, if you're a guy in a zippy pocket of your cargo pants, or in your Maxpedition pack, your man purse, whatever you want to call it. And for the zone 1 level of response here, I try and keep it pretty small here, and the stuff that you would carry on your person in a sandwich sized zippy bag, or maybe slightly bigger depending on if you're a mom with lots of kids or whatever, but that's pretty much a good size. And what do we put in this? Here I've got at least 1 pair of gloves. I would, if you can, I do 2 or 3, but at least 1 pair of gloves here. And also we've got some, let me zone in here, some alcohol prep pads here, some alcohol swipe pads, some Band-Aids of varying sizes, but typically you're going to focus more of your stuff on what you most readily expect, and in most cases your need for Band-Aids are going to be smaller size cuts. Over here, for if you've got a tremendous amount of bleeding, let's say that you happen to witness a gunshot wound or somebody severs a major artery on a construction site, this is what you're going to respond first. Because if you recall, you don't put on a tourniquet or use Quick Clot first thing. Even the Quick Clot product manufacturer instructions say not to use it first line, but to do what? Direct pressure. So if you carry a maxi pad or whatever on your person, you're going to be much more readily able to open this up, give direct pressure, while you are sending somebody to your zone 2, your car, because you've got about between 5 and 10 minutes here, and you can hold direct pressure as long as you say, hey, go to my trunk and get the blue box or whatever out of my car, and that's got the Quick Clot in it. So that's just a thought there. Now the other things that I would put in your zone 1 zippy bag are pain relief, and that is, don't put the bottles in, I just use this for its descriptive purposes. The Tylenol, ibuprofen, naproxen, and here, my favorite drug ever, Benadryl, as you all know. It's good to keep these on hand, like we said, for early intervention of burns, to give somebody an NSAID unless it's contraindicated. But also, like if a headache comes on and you just like a little bit of pain relief, that way you've got it. You don't have to suffer through it. Now the Benadryl is good because we've got a lot of people in this day and age that get anaphylactic reactions, life-threatening reactions, allergic reactions to foods, etc. And it's good because most people don't have access to an EpiPen unless you get a prescription from your doctor. It's good to carry the Benadryl around because that way you can give them a Benadryl and it can begin to help them. A good thing to also carry is some stomach discomfort relief, like some Pepto-Bismol type of tablets, or even some Tums of some sort, but just to carry some of those. And then also, if you live in the South or someplace where it's really hot, not a bad idea to carry around just a few packages of electrolyte salts. And here, right here, you're probably wondering, why in the world do you have sugar packets in there? Now, here's why. We have more and more people in this country who are suffering from diabetes. And there are a lot of people who wear those diabetes alert tags, like the little dog tag type of things. If you find somebody that is passed out on the ground and they've got a diabetes tag around their neck and you don't know why they're passed out, the first thing that you want to do is give them sugar, because if they're passed out from a low blood sugar and you give them insulin, it will kill them. If they're passed out from diabetic ketoacidosis because their blood sugar's gotten really high, 15 calories of sugar is really not going to make that much difference in a 500 and 600 blood sugar. So just saying that there. But the sugar here, that can potentially save somebody's life. Now you can get specialized, they're like glucose tablets, but I'm not a diabetic and I don't have any family that are, so I just carry this around, and this typically will do, that'll do a pretty good job, good enough. Also carry around a flashlight. I just stick it in my purse. All of this, by the way, all of this will fit in the sandwich-sized dippy bag, so just keep it simple and not too much. Now, some people I know carry a CPR mask on their hip everywhere. That's just a little bit oppressive to me because I'm a girl and I don't wear belts that much. And if you want to carry it everywhere on your Zone 1, that's fine, but this for me goes in the glove box of my car. Also, carry around a little bit of duct tape. Just wrap the duct tape around like a little bottle or the little whatever mechanism it is that you're using to hold your pills. So, now let's talk about Zone 2. Zone 2 is the stuff that's going to be in your trunk. Zone 2 is also going to be heavily dependent on your season of life and what you do if you work construction, or if you have some particular type of health condition, or if you are a mother of children who play contact sports. So basically, just tailor this to your lifestyle. And it can be as big, for instance, if I was a single guy and I didn't really do very much, I think that a gallon-sized Ziploc bag should be plenty enough big to cover the stuff that goes in your car, provided that you have a quicker response time to your Zone 3, your home. If I did not have a under 30-minute response time to my house, I would probably beef this up substantially. And you can use this right here. This is a plastic toolbox that I got from Sears, and that works very, very well just to hold the various medical sundries, etc. So let's talk about what's in it. In addition to what you're carrying here, I'd also carry some more gloves, probably between 5 and 10 pairs. I'd carry some sunscreen, some mosquito repellent, just because, boy, that makes life horrible when you go to a picnic and they're eating you alive. I'd carry some more advanced type of dressings. I'd carry some sterile gauze sponges and some non-adherent pads for early intervention, covering of wounds, etc. Also some bandage tape to secure these, and some rolled gauze, along with extra cleansing pads, alcohol wipes, and triple antibiotic ointment for early dressing of the wounds, and hydrocortisone for rashes, etc. Now, I don't store too many medicines in my car because, let's face it, cars get hot, and at 130 degrees, you're going to lose a lot of the potency of the medicines that you've stored. So I carry a minimal supply of medicines, but one of the ones that goes in my car is Dramamine, because how many times have you gotten, well, I know I have, why don't you take little Susie to her practice? Okay, 5 minutes into the ride, I get car sick. Okay, pull the car over, give little Susie a Dramamine, and grab a plastic bag. So, just saying there, do what you want to, but that's just an idea. Also, carry some finger splints, especially if you got kids involved in basketball. You know that if they hyperextend this finger, you're going to be in trouble. So what you can do is use a finger splint and anchor the finger splint to the palm, and use the gauze to wrap it around wrap and secure the finger splint around the palm, and you've got a pretty good splint to immobilize it until you can get to the ER. Now, the last thing here that I think everybody should have is instant cold packs, okay? This is $1 at the dollar store, so get you a couple of these, and you just crack the inside packet and it gets really, really cold, and that way you can apply cold early intervention to a sprain, because let's face it, folks, most of the things that you're going to come across in everyday life are not going to be gunshot wounds. They're not going to be evisceration of the bowels. They're going to be the really boring, mundane, everyday things, so be prepared for those. Prep for what you most readily anticipate, okay? And then also here, have some ACE bandages just to immobilize the joints or whatever. So in conclusion for today, your preparedness is going to be based heavily on your response time between zones. So the more response time you have between zones, the more you need to beef up your primary zone that you're at. So I hope that's been helpful for you all today. And if you enjoyed it, please give me a thumbs up rating, and I will see y'all later. This is Patriot Nurse signing off. Bye.